I am Holly Brocato. I am a trimester 7 student at Texas Chiropractic College, and I started with AMC in trimester 3. And what I was looking for was a mentorship. I had a lot of questions that I needed answers to, but I didn't feel like I could go to my professors and say, what about this, and what about this, and what about that? I felt like I needed a little bit more guidance. So I learned about AMC through Facebook and contacted Dr. Tara Horrell, and she reached out to me, and I immediately jumped into Right Start. As a student, I thought I was going to associate somewhere, and I was going to be happy as a lark like that, maybe never open a practice on my own. And I started, I was right away given a coach, Dr. Megan Malone, and because we're both go-getters, she spoke to my heart and what I needed and knew how of a schedule I was on and what I wanted to look for in the future. And all of a sudden, this goal of opening a practice came to fruition, right? Like, oh, I can do this. I'm very detailed. This is what I want. And it was amazing to see that I could do that. But what I learned about myself was I needed work. I needed work within me to become the doctor for my patients, right? So to learn that all this didactics, all this beating your head against histology and physiology was about your patient in the end. This is not about you. It's about your patient. And when I am in the muck and the mire, I'm like, I have patients to serve. I have patients to help get better. This is not about me. Get through it, learn it, and go help those people, right? And so I had to grow. I needed to break free of some bonds that were holding me down. And I needed to wake up early in the morning and find success in my routine and look at the mirror into the windows of the soul and give myself affirmations, I've never done affirmations before. The first of every month, I write down new affirmations, and I say those to myself 3 times a day. They're in my car, they're right on my mirrors, and just the positivity that comes from that. Yes, I get down on myself, but I also learned I needed community, right? And I found that through AMC. I found a community of people who had been through my same struggles. Everybody has gone through chiropractic school. Everybody has taken their first round of boards. Everybody knows that feeling of walking across the stage and getting your clinic white coat, And they applaud that. And that's what I needed. I needed a program. I am a non-traditional student, a little bit older, There are more and more people going, I want purpose in my lifetime. I'm going to go back to school and become a chiropractor. That's what I believe in, right? So I don't have time to find my own system and ways of doing things. Why would I do that? There's already a system for me laid out. Just check the box, do the steps, do the demographics. This is what your sign should look like. Use these colors, not these colors, from people who have beat their head against the wall, maybe have been unsuccessful in practice and now have $1 million practices. And it's not about the money. What does $1 million tell you? Think of the numbers of patients that you have helped. That's what those numbers tell you. And you have to realize that it's about the patient. How many people can I serve, And right starting in try 3 is a thing that not a lot of students do. You catch them, try 10, try 8, maybe I'm thinking about that. I needed to change habits within me. Again, 4:30 in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I am now because, man, that time is of the essence and my brain can be working. My quiet time, my focus, my center before I get on the road, hit the road, and life just hammers me. The workout, getting the blood flowing, even for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And I didn't know these things. Them, but how am I going to incorporate them? I'm a mom, 45 years old, middle of chiropractic school. I'm blessed with a baby. You know what I mean? I already couldn't juggle. How are you going to juggle, And even in those things, AMC's like, I'm a mom too, and I'm a chiropractor. You can do this, It's not just about the money or who you're going to be as a doctor in a great $1 million practice. That's not what it's about. It's about transitioning me into a doctor for my patients, And I think that's missed. I think students don't realize School doesn't give that for you. They don't tell you, hey, successful people wake up in the morning. Successful people don't make excuses. They don't. And I hear myself, saying an excuse, and I'm like, no excuses. That's what AMC's been for me.